I almost quit photography. Daniel, what do you mean? Well, now I'm a full-time photographer, videographer. But it wasn't like that. I started out not wanting to do photography, something that I knew I had a talent for, something that I had a passion for. So let me tell you a story. About 3.5 years ago, I was a senior at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. And I just loved taking photos there. The sunset was absolutely beautiful. And I was like, you know what? I need to take photos. About a year later, I was working for Apple Maps. So that's a contractor. So I was going cross country throughout the whole entire country, throughout California, went to Chicago, went to Texas, and went to Georgia. And I just took some beautiful photos out there. It was a beautiful landscape, you know, all the way from the mountains of Mammoth Lake, California, all the way to the cornfields of buttfuck nowhere in Illinois, and all the way to Texas where there was cow roaming around. I just loved it. And so when I was let go from Apple Maps, I decided to, let me do something different. So while I was working as a valet driver supervisor in Ponce City Market in Atlanta, Georgia, I decided to throw in a chip, throw in a $50 chip. It's like, you know what? Let me try this. Let me try to do professional photography. And while I did some great things, while I took some great photos, I just had some doubt creep in. I had some clients that didn't like my photos and I had to give them a refund. And this continued on when I moved to Denver, Colorado. I moved to Denver, Colorado as an AmeriCorps member doing tutoring for kids. And it's because I was like, maybe my purpose in life is to help kids, is to help people, because I always wanted to do it. And I did it my senior year of college. I got let go in 2 months. End of story. So on top of that, I was working as a part-time valet driver in order to compensate for my loss of wages, because I was only making $1,000 a month in my stipend, which is pre-taxed. $800 taxed. That's how much I got. So I had to work an additional 20, 30 hours a week on top of my 40 just to even break even. And so I did that full time and eventually got promoted to supervising again. Then from there, I eventually met the CEO of the company, Floyd Mitchell. And he was like, Daniel, he's like, Daniel, I have a vision for you. You're great. What do you do? I want you to work here. And we're here at Control Collective, co-working space here in Denver, Colorado, that I'm currently now a member of, a place that I used to work. And what's insane was, I just didn't really think that I was gonna go into photography. I thought my future was in hospitality or customer service or in sales. I was good at it. But then COVID-19 hit. I lost this job. Then I worked at a homeless shelter, realized that even though I love working with people who are disenfranchised and experience homelessness, it was something that I don't want to do for the rest of my life. So decided to go into sales. That didn't work out as well. So what do I have to do afterwards? When you're desperate, when you don't have any more unemployment, I decided, you know what, I have a talent, I have a passion for something, and that is photography and videography. Why not put all my chips into the table and say, I'm gonna gamble everything? And now I'm doing it. And for the first time, I'm working 16 hours a day, but I love it. I can't get enough of it. And even though I'm not making serious bank or making all the money, it's something that I want to do, and it's something that I want to inspire other people, is that yes, even when you're down in the gutters and you think that you cannot do what you want to do or know what you're made for or your purpose, know that I want you to reaffirm that you can follow those passions and gifts and talent that you can, because people do believe in you. Just like my old CEO, when he said, Daniel, I want you to work here. And yeah, it didn't work out. But that was the very first time someone actually believed in me, and that is infectious. And the next thing you know, now I'm following my passion. So yeah, I almost quit photography, but you know what? I never quit, and I never will quit. So for you guys who are watching this video, keep believing. Peace.